Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Long time no see. I took a week off, but I'm back, and I've got a reading for you. This is, I wanted to do a weekly reading, but I ended up doing a reading on Trump, of course, but I ended up doing a reading on, well, my intention was to do a reading on Manafort, his plea deal, his pleading guilty, how that will affect Trump and his presidency, and where the investigation is at with all of that. But the reading, sometimes they just take on a nature of its own. So I'll just read to you what I have. Also, I've been away for a week, so I'm a little rusty. So forgive me if this isn't as up to caliber or par as it normally is. But I'll do my best. I feel like I'm kind of scattered in this reading, but I'm going to go ahead and deliver it to you. Please hit the like button. Please hit the notification bell if you want to know when my readings will be posted. Please join me on Patreon. Become a Patreon member for $5 a month. You can have access to all my readings uncut as they're released. The reading I'm going to do after this one is about Kavanaugh, whether or not he's telling the truth about these allegations. Will this woman come out, and will he be confirmed? If he is confirmed, what's his future on the Supreme Court? I'm going to ask that question, but that's just going to be for my Patreon subscribers. So that's coming this week. So please make sure to join me on Patreon so that you can get further details and insight into matters, because not everything will be posted on YouTube. So please subscribe if you haven't already. Share my videos with your friends. I hit 6,000 subscribers this week, so yay! Thank you guys. My goal is to hit 10,000, so continue to share my videos with your friends. And if you'd like to support or contribute to Soulight Hypnotherapy, anyone contributing this week can get access to the Kavanaugh reading once I have it ready and posted. So I like to keep contributions above $2, otherwise there's just no point. So anything above $2 this week, and if you request the Kavanaugh reading, I'll send it to you. That being said, let's go ahead and get started with the reading. So this is Manafort's column, this is the investigations column, and this is Trump's column, okay? So we start off with, and then past, present, future. Recent past, present, near future, future, farther future, okay? So we start off with the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Eight of Clubs reversed in Manafort's column. So I feel like Manafort is initiating a new beginning, or he's putting a new plan into action because of his dissatisfaction with his present situation. His decision or desire was heavily influenced by either a greedy woman or by his own greed and desire for riches, and or by his or her need for financial and physical security and stability for the future. So that's the reason behind implementing this plan, this deal, this bargain with the investigation. So I feel like Manafort made this choice or this decision. He initiated this deal, this plea bargain. And with the Eight of Clubs reversed, I think that he's speculating. This is a speculation, this is a gamble, this is a risk on his part. And there is some kind of temptation here to play with people's desires and passions in order to motivate them to take action and to profit from that action. Okay? We're just going to stay down each person's line to the end. So now here, that's in the past, recent past. So now in the present situation, in the near future, for Manafort, we have the Seven of Cups, we have the Ace of Clubs reversed, and the Ace of Spades upright, the Despair card. I'm using the 12 Chairs Tarot, just a regular deck of playing cards that have reverse and upright meanings, and the Sibilla. So the Seven of Cups here, Manafort is caught up in so much bullshit, so many lies, so many crimes. He lives in his own reality bubble. He doesn't face up to, and he doesn't really want to face up to the reality or the consequences of his gluttony. These cards refer to, again, someone who's extremely greedy, like these cards did, to someone who's extremely greedy and who's ruled by their materialistic needs. He has explored and exploited all of his options, and his options are running out, as this would be in the past position if this were read as a Celtic cross. His options are running out or have run out. So he had to make this commitment, this quick commitment. And it seems like just a bad dream. Like, what? I'm married to this bitch? Again, I feel like this risk, this plan that he's implementing to bargain with the prosecution, he feels like he's hoping that it will open up more options for himself because his options are quickly running out. That it will open up new doors or opportunities that he hopes will work in his favor. I don't know if they will or if they won't, but I feel from the cards that he's trying to manipulate both sides, both the investigation and Trump, to pardon him. I feel like he's trying to manipulate both parties, okay? I do feel like he is very confused with the Seven of Cups. He may be planning to sow a lot of confusion into the investigation by telling a lot of stories with a lot of characters. And this would, in fact, delay or stall the investigation because of the thoroughness of the investigators of Mueller. All of these factors given would have to be looked into thoroughly, which would cause more delay, more time needed, right? And I feel like whenever I have the Seven of Cups, someone is spinning stories, someone is telling lies, you know? A lot of it is bullshit. It's just they're blowing smoke up your ass. And I just feel like that's what he's sharing with the investigation, a lot of time-consuming bullshit. So, there may be some confusion around his bargain or around his deal with this Seven of Cups. The Despair card here makes me feel like he will be getting some really bad news soon that's going to upset him. And he's not going to be able to think straight with the Seven of Cups here. He may even feel suicidal. Whatever this bad news is, I feel it will be affecting not only his thinking, but it could affect his physical well-being. And going into the further future for Manafort with this Queen of Pentacles, this could be a woman having an effect or an influence on Manafort's future, or it could be his own energy. I dealt a card to tell me, and it told me it was more so his own energy. It doesn't rule out another woman, though, a woman affecting him. But I feel like this is more his energy, and it's going to hinder him in the future. As an energy, I feel like this is a card of high maintenance. Someone who's very high maintenance, who's extravagant, who's a micromanager, who's very, very picky. So he may be asking for a lot, being very selective with what he shares with the special counsel, purposely picking and choosing what he's sharing, right, in order to get what he wants, to get some needs met. Nine of Clubs reverse tells me that he may be acting selfishly and causing discord and arguments, wanting special treatment or wishes fulfilled. And I'm feeling like he's very much a prima donna, this guy. He may even be gay. Not that that's important. It's just I always get a very feminine energy from Manafort. It may just be that the woman in his life is a stronghold on him. I'm not sure. But I do get a prima donna energy from this guy. He's very, very high maintenance. And I feel like he may be trying to hold out or stall until certain wishes or desires that he's requesting are fulfilled. And he's not going to be interacting very well with prosecuting lawyers, right? He's not really accepting his fate. He's not resigned to his fate. He's not understanding where he is in this game. He still thinks he's somebody. And someone is going to, as a result of his actions and his attitude, somebody is going to withdraw their help from him. This could be the woman here, or it could be the prosecution, leaving him or not giving into his wants and desires. Sorry about the noise in the background. Let's keep going. So now we have the investigation in this column: past, recent past, present, near future, future, further future. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles here describing the investigation. The investigation is moving slow but steady and sure. It's making good progress. It's being meticulous and thorough. With a Moray card to clarify, I feel like this is acting as an intensifier in this instance. So the focus on the investigation is getting stronger and stronger. Or maybe it's meaning it's able to narrow its focus more. But I feel like there's a focus on the strength of the investigation, the integrity of the investigation, and the speed of the investigation. There's a lot of passionate feelings involved here for everyone. And you guys know how my cards sometimes speak in layers. I feel like we get more involved here. It's not just the investigation that is being called out here. I think we could be talking about Mueller. I think we could be talking about the FBI. I think we could be talking about Congress. We could be talking about an investigation into Manafort, into Trump, as well as into Kavanaugh or into Jared Kushner, or to Trump Jr. Okay, I feel like this investigation could involve all of these people. This energy could be more than one different investigation, right? So, with Manafort now cooperating in the investigation, I feel like it's going to be going in a new direction. And the investigation is going to be intensified, more focused, maybe more directed now. But it's also going to be taking more time. It's going to be taking more time to process and organize all of these confusing energies and details that Manafort might be giving over, because they have to be very, very thorough. And there is a strong desire on the part of everyone, probably, to quicken up the speed of this investigation. People want this to come to a conclusion. We're tired of this already. But this investigation refuses to cut corners. It will stay established. It will maintain its integrity, and it will be meticulous and thorough. Now, in regards to an FBI investigation into Kavanaugh, or some kind of Congress investigation into Kavanaugh, I feel like the challenge is that there's not enough time to thoroughly investigate these allegations against Kavanaugh. The woman who wrote a letter to her congresswoman shared it with her about her past experience with Kavanaugh. I feel like there's not enough time to thoroughly investigate these allegations. Time is what's needed, but that's what's challenged here. They want to go slower. They want to slow this down, but it's a challenge to do this. And also the woman's feelings have to be taken into account. A woman's emotions and feelings have to be taken into account. I feel like some conservatives are refusing to look at Kavanaugh objectively. They're turning a blind eye. See how the blindfold is over the Cupid card. They have the passionate desire to push this guy through. they're turning a blind eye to his indiscretions. They want to give him a pass, probably because of his youth and age at the time. With the Three of Diamonds here reversed, I feel like the scandal is going to give some of the conservatives, however, some of the Republicans, a pause. There may be some discussions or disagreements amongst them. They may be thinking about their future and future failure if they pass this guy through. But the ones who are turning a blind eye are thinking of new ways to spin Kavanaugh's past to the ones who are hesitant. They're thinking of new ways to spin it so that their colleagues will follow through with their plan to confirm Kavanaugh. As this would be a confirmation if it were the Sibilla card. Because they definitely want to confirm him. They've decided to confirm him. They have an agreement to confirm him. But now that there are some allegations coming out, some of the Republicans have a pause. But the ones who are turning their blind eye are doing their best to convince the others to follow through with the plan. All right, now into the present situation with the investigation, we have the Six of Cups. This Six of Cups in this card always makes me think of inner city, crime families, and other things, children. But the traditional meaning of the Six of Cups is past history, a focus on a past history, dwelling on a past. So since we're talking about the investigation, I feel like the investigation involving Manafort, Trump, Kavanaugh, possibly Don Jr., and Kushner is now going to be focused on their past associations. The investigation is focused on someone's past, focused on someone's children. It's focused on someone's youth and age. It's focused on someone's past associations with crime families. It's focused on crimes that were committed back when, and who one was associated with, who their friends were, what were the common interests shared. And the common interest may have to do with a man, a dark man, and this man, however he plays out, for whoever, this may be someone who lent money so that someone could realize their dream and ambition, or it could be someone who lends their testimony so that someone can realize their dream or ambition. So you see how the cards are working in layers, talking about not only Trump and Manafort, but also Kavanaugh. So I feel like we're looking into someone who loaned Manafort or Trump money in the past. There may be some sort of past association that connects these men with this man, and this man may end up connecting them to crime families, to Russian mafia, right? The investigation is digging up a lot of old dirt here. The Ace of Spades reverse is telling me this. Also, an old friend of Kavanaugh is reluctant to share information because this Jack of Clubs came out sideways, so I have to read it both ways. There's a reluctancy for someone to share or to help someone, but a desire to help at the same time. So I feel like this Jack of Clubs, whoever he is, for whoever he's playing out to be, is adding unexpected difficulties to the mix and causing some decay or ruinous vibration. However, this may only be a short-lived temporary delay, if that makes sense. So I re-clarified, and I got the Dilarante card reversed. So I'm just trying to go through this reading quickly today. So I'm not specifically, delving into every single card, but Dilarante reversed. This is a card of someone making excuses. Someone is making excuses for another person's past indiscretions, all the people that I mentioned, right? And for all the reasons that I mentioned, this energy will play out. So someone is making excuses for someone's past indiscretions because of their youth, because of their lack of experience. Maybe they were just learning the job. It was a beginner's mistake. It may have been a matter of poor judgment. I just hooked up with this guy. I didn't realize he had a bad past, or that he was a bad person. Or I couldn't recall. I can't recall. Or I didn't realize that it would be a problem, or that this was a crime. So these are some of the excuses that someone might be spouting or using to explain a past history. Whatever the excuse is, it's going to end up costing Trump. It's going to end up costing Manafort, possibly Don Jr., Jared, or Kavanaugh dearly, because ignorance is no excuse to break the law and to commit a crime. And someone is about to get a reality check about how the law works. So that's what the investigation here is telling me. So going down into the further future, we have the High Priestess, which to me is automatically, I just see secrets, right? So the investigation is got secrets, or they're receiving secrets about Trump, about Kavanaugh, about Manafort, or from Manafort, about Jared Jr., or about Don Jr. All the people that I've already mentioned, I feel are suspects, or I feel are subjects of this investigation, right? And so someone is informing on someone here. This could even be the woman coming out about Kavanaugh, all right? So someone is being warned about, let me just tell you what I'm seeing in the card. I feel like someone is being warned about their future. This is the investigation column. So they're being warned by the investigation about their future. And I'm looking at the table here, and I'm seeing the cards, I'm seeing the coins. So this is telling me, making me think of fortune, fate, a gamble, or a risk. It's a gamble or risk to share this information. Or you're taking a gamble or a risk with your future if you don't share with me this information. Any of these things could be being said by the investigation or to the investigation. Or this may be the feeling of the person who is being an informant, right? I feel like someone is coming forward to the investigation and being an informant. Someone is wanting to tell their story, but they want to keep it private. They want to keep it secret. They still don't want to reveal who they are. This is a card of my Jane Doe or my Jack Doe, an anonymous energy, an anonymous invisible energy, right? They want to remain in the shadows. They want to stay a secret. So this person could be privately getting advice from a special counsel or from an advisor. But in the end, it's up to them whether or not they want to take matters into their own hands and share what they know. Okay? The Four of Diamonds tells me that that it's up to them whether or not they want to take matters into their own hands. Further clarified by Doctore. Again, we have hands being held here. Okay? And there's someone who can give good advice, who could give you the help and the solutions that you need, and who could support you. But at the end of the day, it's up to you whether or not you want to take this advice. At the end of the day, it's up to you whether or not you want to take this medicine, okay, that I give you. So this person is deciding whether or not to come forward, deciding whether or not to share their secrets. This could be Manafort. This could be someone else informing on Trump, informing on Jared Jr., on Kavanaugh, okay? And this person is in a sticky situation, and they have to do what they have to do to protect themselves. So I feel like overall, this is telling me that the investigation has a secret witness. Like I said, someone who is in a sticky situation, but they're trying to heal their situation or to attract a better future for themselves. They may be trying to protect their partner. Okay? It could be a woman. who's this informant. It could also be referring to someone, a male, but depending on how the energy plays out. But I feel like this person could make a great difference in the investigation. And I'm also getting the impression of a lie detector test here. A special investigation, or a specialist investigates someone's truth, investigates someone's integrity. And you must tell the truth. And if you don't tell the truth, you could be facing a future in a cage, in a prison. So that's just what I'm getting here. I know it's kind of cryptic, but that's what I'm getting. So now let's go into Trump's column here. We have the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Hearts reversed, and the Happiness of the Heart. I think it's called Happiness of the Heart. So the Ace of Cups tells me that Trump is very emotional about Manafort's agreement to cooperate with the special counsel to make a deal. And this move, I think, came as a surprise for Trump. And I think he thought his promises were enough to cap Manafort, to keep him quiet, but his promises weren't fulfilling enough with the Nine of Hearts reversed. And I feel like Trump is unable to fulfill his promise to pardon, at least right now. This card can indicate a delay at being able to fulfill a promise, right? But I still think with this card here that Trump is still promising Manafort a pardon, but that Manafort just has to wait, has to be more patient, has to wait for it, just remain loyal. And I'm getting speculation here as well. There's speculation in Trump's cards, right? And as there was speculation, a risk, a gamble in Manafort's cards. So are they putting a plan? Are they working a plan together? I don't know. I have to question that. These are very diabolical men. Is this a plan on Trump and Manafort's part? I don't know. Is it a tactic? Or is it just Trump is also himself speculating, taking a risk, waiting to give this pardon? Did he wait too long? But this card is telling me that there is a promise of support still here. A promise to fulfill someone's hopes and wishes, and it's a very strong promise. This Ace of Cups is also telling me that Trump is deeply concerned about Kavanaugh and his scandal. About that letter that was shared. And his big hope of getting Kavanaugh confirmed is causing him great concern. He may be fearing that this wish may not come true. Nine of Hearts reversed. I'm not saying that it won't. I feel like it may just be delayed. I've seen in past readings that he gets confirmed. And I feel like Trump will be celebrating in the near future an answer to a prayer. There just may be a delay. This scandal may cause a delay for Kavanaugh, but I do feel like he gets confirmed. But who knows now? Who knows? It's a surprise to me too, this woman coming out of the woodwork. So with Page of Pentacles here, another person card. So this could be a person who's influencing Trump, or this could be Trump's energy. I feel like it's kind of both, which is a little confusing. But I feel like Trump is really focused on a person here, right? Focus on news about a person. This could be news about himself, news about his son, news about his son-in-law, news about Kavanaugh, news about Manafort, okay? He's focused on all these people. He's focused on the news like 24/7. He's watching the news. Ace of Diamonds reverse is telling me that something is not what it seems. There's some deception here. Someone is not developing into their position. Someone isn't what they seem or appear to be, right? There could be incompetence, and there is incompetence and an inability to grow or to learn from someone's mistakes. There's immaturity. So this could apply to any or all of these men, this energy. And there could be lost or misplaced or forgotten documentation regarding any of these men. And there's something fishy about this. There's a fly in the buttermilk, Mom. This buttermilk's not clean. And this person's character, whoever it is that Trump is focused on, including Trump himself, their character is being clarified by the enemy card. This person is a liar. This person is covering something up. And there's a focus by Trump, okay, because this is Trump's column. So mainly we're talking about Trump. There's a focus on plots and schemes around Trump. He's focused on plots and schemes around him. He's thinking there's plots and schemes around his son, around Manafort, around Kavanaugh. He's focused on conspiracy theories. He's focused on plots and schemes. He thinks everyone is out to get him or to undermine him or to undermine these other people. And he feels like people are prying and meddling into his business or their business, into their past history, into their student history, into their financial history. And this is causing a lot of grief for Trump. He feels like their meddling is just getting too close for comfort. And this card can also be saying that Trump is signing some documents in the very near future that he doesn't fully understand. He may be putting some policies into action, or he could be giving someone a new job. This could be Kavanaugh in the near future. And it's not well thought out. It's not understood. This person is incompetent. I feel like the cards are also telling me whistleblowers are here. Whistleblowers. There's more whistleblowers calling attention to Trump's incompetence, calling attention to any of the men that I mentioned, their incompetence, Kavanaugh's incompetence. Trump is going to be looking more and more over his shoulder in the days to come, becoming more and more vindictive, petty, and paranoid, accusing people, accusing the news, accusing the press, accusing the investigation of being out to get him, that they're spreading lies and malicious gossip about him and those that he cares about or is concerned about, and Kavanaugh. He'll be using the fake news line, blah, 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 like he's been doing, just trying to shake things up, just trying to stir the pot. And he's, like I said, he's going to be focused on the news 24/7. That's all I'm getting out of that Page of Pentacles. But you guys might read something else into it. I'm telling you I'm a little rusty because I took some time off. So I'm just doing my best with this reading, with what I feel. So I'm hoping it's making sense to you. With the final card in Trump's column, we have the Knight of Wands. In this deck, it's depicted by 3 people. And there's misdirection here, and someone is being redirected. There may be a sense of urgency to get something done, and impatience, right? To this thing is going the wrong way, we need to redirect it. So I feel like this is Trump's energy. He's impatient to push a plan through, to push Kavanaugh through. Things are going in the wrong direction. He wants to redirect it. And in order to help himself, there's a sense of urgency and anxiety, maybe to get out there to campaign for his party, to campaign for Kavanaugh, to redirect focus, to make people look one way when they should be looking another way. 3 of Clubs reverse is telling me that his plans will not end satisfactorily. His schemes, his plots and schemes at this time may fail, or they need to be shelved and put on hold for a while. I don't know what's going on with my camera. I hope that this is filming okay. I'm seeing some sort of square here. Okay, hopefully this is filming okay. But I feel like Trump may have to. I also feel like he wants to help himself by doing something. There's some action he wants to take, but he can't do it right now. It's frustrating him, right? This may be to pardon Manafort. This may be to push Kavanaugh through. I know I'm all over the place, guys. It could be something else. He wants to push something through, but he has to hold himself back, or it's not the right time. If he does push it through now, it will fail, right? So I clarified. I got the sickness card, or the sick man. So he feels very uneasy, Trump. He wants to, like I said, push something through, but it's not the right time. This is going to stress him the fuck out, and he could get sick. It could also mean that Trump is pushed over the edge this week. Trump may be pushed over the edge, and he may be delving into territory, mental illness, physical illness. His stress is pushing him over the edge, I feel. And he may even he's sick of his job, and I feel like he may be thinking about leaving or resigning. I'm not sure if he will actually take that action. I don't think he will take that action, but I feel like he's beginning to think about it, because I feel like he's pushed over the edge. So that's where I'm going to leave this reading, and my next reading is going to be, I'm going to look into Kavanaugh. I'm just going to pull a few cards for Kavanaugh and for this woman, to find out the mysterious woman, who I think may come forth. She's still kind of undecided, though. She's not revealing her secret here, whether or not she's going to come forth. But I do think she's talking to people. She's trying to do this undercover. So I do feel like there is an investigation into the matter, right? Whether or not she comes forward, I'm hoping I'll see it in the next reading. But that's just going to be for my Patreon subscribers. So thank you guys for your tuning in. Thank you for supporting Soulight Hypnotherapy, and for spreading my videos, and for subscribing. Thank you, and blessings. Take care.